You're about to experience something brand new. Something without borders, limits, measurements, or time constraints. You're about to experience cooking with lightning.
Oh, pasta's so hot right now. Welcome to Cooking with Lightning, where we electrify your appetite. I'm Andy. Thanks for coming to my kitchen at my friend's mom's house. Tonight on Cooking with Lightning, we're going to be making our signature Andy's red sauce, marinara sauce, Tia and Tamara sauce. Sister, now that was a show. Am I right? That was a show. So ladies and gents, first thing you need of course your crushed tomatoes kitchen ready. I like Totoroso, looking for a sponsorship. I also like Contadina tomato paste, much smaller can, looking for a sponsorship. We need our escarole, okay? I usually like to use spinach. However, the store didn't have it. This was a better deal. Escarole. We need ourselves one yellow onion. We usually use white. However, yellow was a better deal, okay? You need to use, of course, as much garlic as possible. Not to say that you don't need the spices later on, but it's very, very important to have fresh, raw garlic, real garlic, okay? I, Andy, like to use thick spaghetti. I'm a thick spaghetti kind of guy, okay? I'm a thick spaghetti kind of guy. Now, what you need as far as physical hardware to make your sauce is a giant pot, but you also need a much smaller pot to cook the sauce in, okay? What you need, of course, as well, is a even smaller pot, a third pot, if you will, to cook the pasta. Now, as previously mentioned, I like thick spaghetti. A very important part of being able to cook an entire meal on Cooking with Lightning in my friend's mom's kitchen is taking care of your body before you cook. I like to treat my body with coffee. And you know what they say, I like my coffee just like I like my women. Energizing. When starting your sauce, it's super important, extremely important, to start with sauteed onions and garlic. You've got to taste the pot. You've got to give it some flavor, okay? So I like to just chop it really just as hard as I can, not worrying about my fingers. I'm an adult. I have health insurance, okay? Now it's also very, very important that you don't cut too much, don't cut too little, just what you need. Now, once you have your onions, you're good to put it in the pot. I've pre-unwrapped, okay, from its natural casing, a few pieces of garlic. Same situation. You just want to chop them up much smaller. Now, I like to think of chopping as really in the essence of bringing together. Because as I separate these pieces, I'm really preparing them to enter together in an everlasting matrimony with the onions. So once you have the heat under your sauteing onions and garlic, things are starting to get hot, much like all of my Tinder dates until I tell them that I have a cooking show. So you really want to stir these up to really start to saute your onions and your garlic. You need to watch. This is a watching game right here. You need to watch to see when they start to brown. You really want them evenly spread out around the pan. So at this point, what you want to do is, once you realize that you made a mistake and you started in the wrong pot, you need to transfer pots. It's very important as a man to realize and recognize that you can make mistakes and be okay with it. You still have friends. Your mom still loves you. Things are going to be okay. So once you transfer to the real pot, okay, once you transfer to the real pot, it's time to put in your crushed tomatoes. Again, I use kitchen-ready crushed tomatoes because they are good to go, okay? So once you add your crushed tomatoes, it's time to add your tomato paste. It's a much smaller can, and I'll admit, the first time that I bought it, I didn't buy it, I bought two of these by accident. No one's going to tell you that firmness is important, but I will. Firmness of your sauce really allows for it to just sink through your teeth when you're eating that pasta, which is what you want when eating pasta. That's what they always say in Italy. Pasta through the teeth. Let me turn this heat back up. Okay. Now, once you've filled in some of your crushed tomatoes and your tomato paste, you've got to add a little bit of water to add some overall volume to your sauce, as well as just to give you more sauce overall, which is literally exactly what I said with the volume thing. So it's so important that I said it twice, 2 different ways. You want to grab the water that you just put in the crushed tomato can, and you want to put it into the sauce, okay? And again, that'll give you a lot of texture and a lot of density within your sauce. Just stir everything up and let it begin to jive with itself, okay? The sauce has got to jive with itself. It's a very jivey sauce. Outside of my secret ingredients, which I'll disclose to you later, my main 3 ingredients for adding to my sauce are very simple. A little bit of GP, garlic powder. You're going to have to crank yourself some BP, black pepper. Triceps, alright? And then of course, your salt. Don't overdo it with the salt because that causes cancer. You don't want cancer. Then you just want to make sure that you stir everything into the pot. Nice and even. You want to make sure that your heat is not too high and that your sauce is not burning to the bottom of the pan. So now, I have some pre-cut escargot, okay? Now, again, like I said, I usually use spinach, but the store unfortunately didn't have spinach, so I like escargot as a substitute, okay? So if we add escargot into the sauce, make sure we get it all in the pot. Again, just stir it in. Stir it in. People very often like to put mushrooms in this situation, but my opinion there is that mushrooms are like Green Day. They can be around, but they're not absolutely necessary, okay? Once everything is in the pot, you want to make sure that it keeps stirring. Occasionally add more salt, pepper, and garlic powder, but really, it's a wait and see process. This is Cooking with Lightning, which again, we electrify your appetite. While our sauce is cooking, a word from our sponsor. During the commercial break, I began to preheat and boil the water. That way it was on par time-wise with the sauce. Now, if cooking boxed pasta is something that you need me for, you really need to take a look in the mirror and have a conversation with yourself as to where your current reading level is. Now, once you grab the pasta and put it in the water, it's literally impossible to measure how much pasta you need. So what you want to do is you want to guess and put how much pasta in the box that you think you need. Wrong. It doesn't matter. It's impossible to guess. Your water is going to go from a boil to a non-boil because of the temperature change. That's science on Cooking with Lightning. Now, people always ask me, they say, Lightning, what's your secret ingredient? And I always say, plastic. You want to add plastic into your pasta sauce. Not just plastic, really glass. Any physical feature that you have, you want to add it into your sauce. The coffee from earlier, you want to add that into your sauce. The whole package of garlic, you want to add that into your sauce. At this point in the sauce journey, it's time to test the taste and the temperature of your sauce. The best way to taste it is with your mouth. Absolutely dope. Now, the best way to test the temperature is with your fist. Perfect. Nice and bloody. Your pasta is finished cooking, so it's time to drain your pasta, or else you'll have wet pasta. Once in the colander, or the colander as they call it on the West Coast, you want to shake it, 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 shake it. Once your pasta is finished being drained and is ready to be put on the plate, you've got to put every single piece of pasta that you made all onto one plate. Because if you're not going to eat it all, why did you make it? Once your pasta's on the dish, you want to take your pasta sauce, the Andy Lightning special sauce, and take it and put it on your pasta. Once you set up your pasta and your pasta sauce on a beautiful white plate, really for looks, you want to add your Parmesan cheese. Not for looks, but for taste, but also for looks. Ladies and gents, our final product. Thanks for joining us on Cooking with Lightning. Join us next week when we ask my mom how to use the crock pot. say that again. I'm not a very good cook.